Welcome, Magnus here. Today I wanted to talk about phones versus cameras, DSLR and mirrorless. And can the iPhone 11 really compete with today's modern mirrorless or DSLR? Let's talk about it.
Testing one.
Behind you with like the clouds, the sky and everything, and still be able to
We've
see.
got the Rode Video Mic. Here we go. M50. What do you guys think? Welcome. If you're new to my channel, I talk about cameras, DSLR and mirrorless cameras, and video specifically, but today will apply to both video and pictures. When it comes to using a phone, specifically like for example iPhone 11, they become very handy when it comes to taking pictures and posting them online or adding effects or whatever you want to do and just having it around you. I'm out in the woods right now, and to be honest, it's the easiest and best way to just pull it out of your pocket, take a quick picture, put it back in your pocket, and watch the trails as you walk by and make sure you don't get lost. But when having a bigger camera, DSLR mirrorless, preferably mirrorless in such conditions, especially with modern times since they've gotten better, it allows you to gather more light. It allows you to add effects such as background blur and all that other type of stuff. But phones have been catching up when it comes to, for example, background blur, making your photos look real professional. iPhone 11 Max, from what I hear, can actually really compete with its three lenses that it has, ultra wide, wide, and then a little bit zoomed. To be honest, it can never compete with the abilities of gathering light that you can get with a full frame sensor or even a slightly smaller sensor on a DSLR mirrorless camera. The reason is because, I'll give you this example. During the iPhone conference, they talked about f2 or f2.2 that you get off of one of the lenses that it has. So it's like, oh, you gather all this light, f2. But does anyone really know what f2 is? Well, f2 is kind of an equivalent of the amount of light that your lens can gather towards a certain area. Let's say you got an f2 lens that gathers a certain amount of light, and that lens hits a smaller sensor. Because the total amount of light gathered is a lot less than what you would get off a full frame, you don't get as much background blur as you would desire. So when you have a smaller phone and a small sensor size, you can't do what you can with a bigger sensor. And that's kind of the rule. Yet, the iPhone itself can definitely add digital background blur, and a lot of phones can actually add digital background blur to make it look kind of cool. But if you compare a digital background blur or bokeh to an actual bokeh from a large sensor camera, you're going to be able to see the quality difference. And I took a couple of shots here with my phone and with my camera, so you could kind of see the differences in this nature setting and see what photos you actually might like better, and then see if you can tell if I took it with my DSLR or if I took it with my phone. And I bet you'll be able to tell. Not that I have an iPhone 11 or anything like that, but I do have a pretty high-end camera on my phone, as well as in my hands when I'm recording this right now. But let me know what you guys think, and if you think that phones can compete with actual mirrorless or DSLR cameras. They can for some senses, especially when it comes to being handy, but not in all cases. Anyway, let me know what you guys think, and as always, like, share, and you can make my day if you subscribe today. This is Magnus. I'm out. See you guys later.